Hey guys, hey, and welcome to this thing called life. My nose ring is crooked. Um, First of all, I want to welcome you guys to my new setup. We're working on it. You can't see behind me, but I got my little desk and my little office going over here where I do my readings and my YouTubes and stuff. But tonight there's something really heavy on my heart that we're going to talk about. Um, it's a very sensitive subject, and it might invoke some feelings and it might make people feel a certain way. And I want you to know before I get into this, you can always reach out to me no matter what. You can email me, you can comment here and I'll get in touch with you. You can go to my website, which is on my page here. Click the book with me link. Um, okay, so we're going to talk about a really, really nasty disease called addiction. I'm going to give people a moment to jump in. Share the video if you will, guys. Um, and this subject is very near and dear to my heart for a few reasons. Um, you know, um, so, you know, some people will tell you that addiction is a choice. It's not. Nobody wakes up in the morning and goes, hey, I think I'm going to be an addict today. It's a sickness and it's a disease. I have a very personal reason for talking about this right now. Um, and please feel free, guys. If you want to talk about your story, if you want to come up in the panel and share your story, please feel free. I'll absolutely let you do that. Um, okay, so I'm going to start this out with my story, but then we're going to lead into, you know, um, where this can go. Okay, so some of you know, some of you may know, I am an addict in recovery. I've been in recovery since October the 13th, 2003. That is the last time that I, you know, used. Hi, Brenda. October 13th, 2003 is my clean date. I'm sorry that you guys are getting the glare off my glasses. I'm blind and I can't see, so I have to wear glasses. I wear them all the time, but I don't, so don't judge me. Um, I was what is known as a functioning addict. What that means is you would never know. I worked, I kept my house clean, I took care of my children, I went on with life. And the crazy thing is one day I noticed that it was an issue when um, I was at my mom's house. And my mom asked me what was wrong with me. And what's crazy is I was sober. So people were so used to seeing me high that when I was sober, they thought something was wrong. And that was a big wake up call for me. Um, I have been around and surrounded by addiction, not just within myself, but people within my family, very close friends of mine. My best friend actually um, lost her battle to addiction. Um, I'm gonna show you. This is my best friend. Well, you can't really see her because of the light, but well, this is my best friend, Christina. She was my best friend through so many things. She was there when I had my first daughter. She was there when I got married. We did all the teenage things together, like sneaking out. Sorry, Mom. cracked my tailbone sneaking out in the snow, you know, telling my mom I'm spending the night with her when really I'm dying in a field somewhere with too much alcohol when I had no business doing that. That's my bestie. Um, Later in life, she started making some really bad decisions, and she herself became an addict. Now, her story is different from mine in the fact that I got clean, and I'm clean today. Um, she unfortunately couldn't win that battle. So she now sits on my shelf. Um, I've been asked a lot, well, she made these choices. She did this, she did that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you know what? I truly loved her. She was my best friend for forever. And I loved her, the true her, before addiction got her. And I loved her after. Um, let's talk about this. So fortunately, when I was an addict, I haven't always had a great relationship with my family. That's true. But when I was in active addiction, I had support, and I'm thankful for that. Christina did it. Look at this face, guys. Well, look at that face. She's absolutely beautiful. She didn't have support. She didn't have family that supported her. Her family thought tough love was what she needed, and that was going to work. So they pushed her so far away. And what people don't understand, and this is my plea to you, if you love an addict, if you have an addict as a friend or a family member, a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, an aunt, an uncle, whatever, you got to love them through it. And yeah, it's going to probably be the hardest thing you've ever done. But let me show you what tough love will get you with an addict. So you see this beautiful soul? All she wanted was support and love, and that's all she needed. And I believe she could have won her battle if she would have had a good support team. But her family thought tough love was the way to go. This was all that's left of her. This right here is what happens when you try to practice tough love with an addict. This right here is what happens when an addict feels like they have nobody. This right here is what happens when you turn your back on addicts, because you get frustrated, because you don't know what else to do, because you've tried and tried and tried, and you've done rehab, and you've done all the things, and you get tired, and you get frustrated, and I get it. But this is what happens. This is what happens when you give up on an addict. This is what happens when you use tough love on an addict. You go from this beautiful smile, so full of life, to this. This is all that remains of that beautiful soul, because she felt so empty and so lost. And I get it. Her family, I get it. I got frustrated with her, and she was my best friend. You get frustrated, you get exhausted, you've cried all you can cry, you've pushed all you can push, and you give tough love and you start to turn your back, and that's not what they need. When they are the hardest to love, when these addicts are the hardest to love, when you just feel like there's nothing else you can do for 1 second, you know how desperate you feel trying to save them? For 1 second, think about the despair that they feel. Think about, here's the thing, every addict in this world is an addict because there's something they're trying to fix, to cover, to numb out. So giving tough love and making them feel even more alone and even more unloved and like they don't matter even more, tell me how that's going to help. They already feel so lost and so unloved and so unimportant. And I've been there. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I am a recovering addict since October the 13th, 2003. I know the struggle. I know the struggle of being an addict. And I know the struggle of loving an addict. They don't see things the way we do. There's so many days that I would just give anything for my best friend to still be here. She was failed by so many. She was failed by her own flesh and blood, by her family. She was failed by me. I got frustrated like everybody else. There was times that I didn't accept her call because I knew what she wanted. I'd give anything now for that phone call. So my story, I've been clean since October 13th, 2003. This beautiful soul lost her life. She was due to go to rehab the next day, which was a Wednesday. And she wanted just one more hit, just one more high. That one more high cost her life. But she talked to me. She's my best friend. We talked all the time. And in her eyes, nobody would care. She had nothing to lose. She had no family support. In her eyes, the way she felt and the way she saw it, she had nothing to lose. She needed one more hit. The person she happened to be with at the time, he told me, I talked to him personally, he told me that he found her in the bathroom floor. See, everyone else had given up on her, so at that point, she gave up on herself. He said he held her because she felt cold, and then he woke up the next morning. She was gone. Let me tell you how much she really had nobody. My mother and I went to Nashville, that's where she was at, and had a memorial. I had to do the obituary because nobody else would. I carry this. This is in my house. I carry this. It's sad that this is part of things I carry around now. Giving up on an addict is not the way to go, guys. I know you get frustrated. I know you get exhausted. I know you pray till your knees are sore. I know you cry. I know you beg. I know. I've been on both sides of this. I know. But unless You want to be talking to a glass jar when this is all that's left? Tough love's not the way to go, guys. Loving an addict will be the hardest thing you will ever do. And I know that. Tough love, turning your back on him, it's not the way to go. An addict is already so low on the bottom of the barrel of life, they're already just grasping for any kind of feeling that doesn't hurt, for any kind of emotion that's not pain. And when you distance them, when you turn your back on them, this is the end result you're going to get. So I urge you to ask yourself, do you want this to be the end game? Do you want this, that addict that you love so much, that addict that you're trying to save? Is this where you want it to end? I can guarantee you your answer is no. Don't stop fighting for them. Don't stop fighting for them to heal. They need to heal. They need love. They need patience. They need it more than they've ever needed it. And I urge you, don't give up. Don't give up on them. They've already given up on themselves. Don't give up on them. Unless you want to be talking to a stone in the ground or a glass full of ashes. Because you see, my best friend was let down by everybody. She was begging for so long for love, for patience, for support. And all she got was made to feel less than, made to feel like she didn't matter. So now, instead of having conversations and seeing this beautiful smile, I have to talk to a jar with memories. And I can guarantee you that's not a feeling that you want to feel. You will hold guilt. I do every day. As her best friend, I should have fought harder. I should have answered those 3 a.m. calls. Might have made a difference. Also, as many of you know, I'm married. My wife is also a newly recovering addict. She's only been clean about a year. A lot of her she did some very terrible things. A person in active addiction, they're not, they do things that you don't understand. And, you question yourself, well, how can they do this or they did that? Because it's not the person that you love, it's the addiction. When addiction takes over, they are no longer who you think they are. Addicts will steal. Addicts will rob you blind and they'll lie to your face. But they need support. They need love. And that's, I'm going to tell you something. Nothing on this earth can test your character or your soul more than an addict can. Because they spend every single day. You sit there and all you all see from the outside looking in as though they're chasing their drug, their DOC, they're doing all they can just to get high. Let me tell you something. It's not about getting high. It's about not feeling the pain anymore. You have no idea if I could rewind time, the things that I like when I was in addiction. My father's now gone, but if I could apologize to my father again, I mean, if I could apologize to my mother, my grandma, my nana. I know I was a piece of crap when I was addiction. I have more clean years under my belt than my wife, but you know what? I'm still proud of her. And every single day she stays clean is a day to celebrate. Guys, I'm not going to put the reason that I'm talking about this now out there. Um, Listen, tough love is not going to help an addict. Okay. They already feel so unloved, so unimportant, so invalid. I beg you, guys, I beg you, if you love an addict, if it's your family, it's your friend, if it's your brother, sister, cousin, mama, daddy, whoever it is, it's going to be the hardest thing you will ever do. But they need you to fight for them. They need you to be the support. They need you to love them through it. Don't judge them for it. Don't put them down for it. Don't turn your back on them. You're not perfect either. And I can tell you, as a recovering addict, there's not an addict that ever wakes up and says, I'm going to be an addict today. No, it's because they're chasing the numb. They got to numb something out. And usually that comes from they don't feel loved. They don't feel accepted. They're always, you know, they always feel like they're not good enough. And if you are one of those people that do not know how to accept an addict and how to love an addict, and all you know is to put them down and push them away and give them quote unquote tough love, and oh, maybe that'll work. Please contact me so I can educate you, so I can help you, so you don't end up talking to your son, your daughter, your friend, your cousin, your whoever in a jar. Let me help you so you don't end up having to have conversations with ashes or with stones in the ground, and you don't have to carry regret for the rest of your life. You need to remember that these addicts, the person they are, the things they do, it's not them, it's the addiction. And I'm going to be real honest. Unless you've been an addict, you will never understand. You will never understand. Every time an addict takes that next hit or chases that next pill, if you only knew the regret that follows, maybe you wouldn't be so judgmental. And I say this and I come to you with as much love as I possibly can. But I'm begging you, those of you that are dealing with addiction, that love an addict, that don't know how to handle it, please reach out to me. Let me help you. Please. I've been on both sides of this scenario. I've been the addict and I've loved an addict. And I've made the mistakes and I have the regrets. Don't do it. It's going to be the hardest thing you've ever had to do, no doubt. But please, I'm begging you guys, if you love an addict and you need help, you need to talk, you need to vent, you need support to support your addict, you need tips, please reach out to me. If not me, Google it. I'm sure there's many, many amazing options. I've been on both sides of this wall. I know what the addict feels. I know what the addict thinks. And I also know what it's like to love somebody who's an addict and just watch them fade away. I get it. I understand. But being distant, being judgmental, being, just keeping them at a distance, you're not helping. Heed my words. You are not helping. You are making it so much worse. They already feel lonely. They already feel alone. They already feel like they're not good enough. And when you project that energy of judgment, you're just reinforcing that. And what's that going to do? It's going to make them go use some more, because why? Now they're hurting more. Just stop. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And if my mama was in this chat, my aunt is, that's Brenda right there. She can tell you, she's my aunt. In addiction, it's hard to love an addict. But I'm telling you, if you don't want to be planning funerals, they don't need tough love. They need all the support. They need you to just shower them with such good energy and love, and do everything you do with love. You can't judge something that you don't understand. So if you've never been an addict, then you don't get it. Therefore, it's easy for you to sit up on your pedestals and judge and put people down. But if you've never been there, you've never been an addict, then you don't understand. And you don't have the right to judge something that you don't understand. It's a disease. It's a sickness. It is a mental illness. And it takes treatment, and it takes hard work. If I will fight your fight with you. What? Don't give up. Don't give up on yourselves, addiction. Reach out to me. Okay? I will come to you. I will talk to you as long as you need to talk. I will give you my private number. It's not really private, it's on my website, but reach out to me, please. If you need resources, I will help you. I promise you. I promise you. You can absolutely come to me. Okay? I will help you. Guys, I mean it. If you don't want to have to visit your loved one this way, don't be that way. Okay? Like, seriously, don't be that way. If you don't understand addiction, you can't judge it. If you've never been there, what? If you don't understand addiction, you can't judge it. And tough love is not the way to go. Keeping them at a distance, pushing them away is not the way to go. It's not going to help. You're going to be talking to a stone in the ground or some ashes in a glass. And I'm that 100%. If you need help, if you need support, contact me. I am here to help you. Both addicts and addicts' families. I'm here. I know what it's like. Please share this message, guys. Share this YouTube, and I know it's so different than what I normally do. But I have a personal reason right now for sharing this and for talking about it and sharing my story and sharing Christina's story. It is possible. A sober life is absolutely possible. Don't give up. Don't give up. You got this. You got this. Love each other. Be kind. If you need to talk, if you need to vent, if you're an addict's family, an addict's friend, don't know what to say, don't know how to help, call me, message me. Don't do more damage. Don't cause more regret. Don't cause more hard feelings. Trust me when I tell you it's not worth it. In the end result is not worth the price, okay? If you're an addict and you need help, or you need a friend, you need support, you need to talk, I'll help you. I'm here, okay? I love you guys. Be kind. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Please love each other. Just love each other. Be kind. Don't be afraid to talk to me. I'm absolutely here anytime. I love you guys. Have a good night.